Greetings. Grand Rising, gods, lords, queens, priests. Amen. So yeah, this right here is for the people, for my tribe. Let's get back to our currency. Let's connect back to our divineness. All right. As you can see, who's this? That's our ancestors, right? We're indigenous to this land. The Californians, right? It's our country, right? Let's get back to our currency and Yahweh. Yahweh is the entity that empowers us through silver. This is Yahweh. Thank you, Yahweh. Yahweh is connected to the moon, to the lunar, which is why we follow the moon calendar. You see? And we follow the moon calendar because the moon calendar is 28 days. All right? We follow the moon calendar 28 days. That's our ancient 13-month calendar. All right? 13-month calendar. We are a royal people. We are divine. So, I'm asking those members, new members who are joining the temple, Magi temple. Let's do commerce. All right, we don't use that lower dimensional, that lower frequency dollar, those lower frequency notes. We're not in bondage. We're sovereign. Okay, so this is to the lords, the ones that are ready to ascend. All right, so those of you who are ready to ascend, all right, and raise your consciousness. All right, this is where we go. All right, this is how we do commerce. We use gold. Grand Rising, King. Grand Rising. Look forward to doing commerce with you as well and empowering each other. All right. So learn your roots, learn your history. All right, and that will direct you to your own divinity, which has its currency attached to it. So if you're connected, if you're more Phoenician connected to Hebrew, then you'll use Hebrew to empower you, your success, your money, all right, as well through Yahweh, because Yahweh is connected to the moon. The moon is our left side, right, and the sun is our right side, okay? The sun is, in Hebrew, Elohim, okay, as well as Ahaya, while when you want to use the sun for goal purposes, all right, to empower yourself and to try go into your life, you say Ahaya, Asha, Ahaya. And you go out there and you call on the Ahaya, Shahaya, because Ahaya, Shahaya is connected to the sun. Okay? And we were in Babylon, we will say Tammuz. Okay? If we're on the other side of the Atlantic, we will say Tammuz to find gold. Okay? If we were in South America, near the Mayan pyramids, or in Egypt, we will say Amun-Ra, or Tezcatlipoca, okay, to the Incas. And those names for gold, right, to that power that led us. So you see, that's what it is. It's it's kind of similar to the story of the leprechaun. It's so crazy I'm wearing green right now. And it's so amazing that it is the month of March where St. Patrick's Day as well. Which St. Patrick's Day represents us. All right, and we had the goal. Remember, it was aliens, it was individuals that are not human that came here. And we've been in war all this time. And they use a lot from what they taken from us to shorthand us on this money game. All right. But our God is empowering because we are the lords of our God, which dwells within us. All right. We are gold, silver, in all forms of currency. And we create currency based off our thoughts. All right. So that being said, I empower you to manifest your currency today. all right, and use your God to do business with us here at the Temple of the Magi, all right, which we have our own bank. That's our ancestors. The ancestors had our own bank within our own temple, okay? We didn't go, we stopped, all right? It's a lot of history that we're going to cover also on Thursday, okay, for our next class. And I really urge you guys to join in on it. And it's going to be a longer live for members. It's going to be a second part, just like the Sabbath day ritual, the Sabbath money rituals are 2 parts. One's for the public and one's for us in the private. For those who want to join the private classes, I suggest you start investing in either 1 ounce silver coins, okay? They go about like $18. We round them up to 20. All right, and then we do business with each other, and then everyone always donates. You can either donate 2 ounces, 1 ounce of silver every 2 weeks, or you could just donate a gram of gold to our temple, okay? And then we build our wealth up, because you donating, or not even just donating, I don't have to use that word, you just giving back to the God self, which is expression. This is not mine, this is ours, okay? And this is what I create is a leverage to connect us back to our divinity and how we worked in our sovereignty, okay? We didn't go and labor for a day and expect to wait a week or 2 weeks to get our credit for our labor. No, they're making you work in slavery, okay? So you worked, and then I gave you your currency or your silver for that day, okay? So let's not be like them, like the Gentiles. Right now we're operating like the Goyim, you know what I mean? Like the lower frequency individuals, but we're high frequency. So I was put in this place, in this position, taking note as a king, of my tribe, of my trust, okay, and going straight into through the tree of life, Klipoth, and finding inner chambers so that I can come back into this reality and share this with you all. So definitely, if you not if, but when you are ready, your time will be chosen. All right. So much pleasure, much wealth, much abundance out there. Change your life right now. If you are chosen, change your life. Make that choice to pay yourself back in gold and silver. Teach your kids how true means of money, how to spend money, what is money, okay? How to have a true passion relationship with money, because your passion relationship with money identifies your relationship with your God. Because majority of people are worshiping and loving the God, yet that God is not bringing them any form of fulfillment, because the money that they have, which is not real money, is depleted, and depleted currency is what's keeping them in slavery, and it was keeping other people in slavery, and only keeping a certain amount of people wealth. And those are the ones that have the mining. We deserve our own mining company, okay? And once we continue our surplus of real money currency, right, then we will have that opportunity to make a choice with those in our collective or in a circle to say, let's go ahead and privatize it. Let's go ahead and open up a mining company. Let's mine for our own gold, okay? And that will give you the opportunity to step away from society, go back into nature, dig down to the earth, connect with the resource, get deep in there, because this is what they do, okay? This is what they do. This is what we did. That's the thing about it. This is the thing about it, is that we travel throughout the world as bankers. You see, that's my ancestors. That's what I connected through my spiritual awakening. Okay, so when we sailed up north, when we sailed up north, this was after the Exodus, after we left off a lot of our people over there in West Africa, or Timbuktu, the tribe of Dan and so forth, the 12 tribes. These tribes are from where we are, which are identified to the Aztec calendar as well, which is originally 10 tribes. Okay, that's why the story of Joseph and his 2 sons, which were added to the 12 to the remaining tribes of Israel, but originally it was 10 tribes, because those 10 tribes were the the Aztec is 10, so the Incas. So it was originally 13 tribes. There we go. Because it's a 13 moon calendar, which we followed. 13, yeah. So Ephraim and Manasseh, which are the sons of Joseph plus Joseph. And Joseph is very important, okay, because it was Joseph that was taken into Egypt, okay, and brought wealth, because they understand that the Egyptians originally came from the Americas, okay? They originally came here. They just fell off and did their own thing, okay? Man, we went back there because they were suffering. So if it wasn't for us coming from the homeland, okay, us Eberu, you know what I mean? Us coming from the homeland, us Phoenicians going over there to Egypt and bringing wealth, Egypt would have been, you know what I mean? Come on now. They wouldn't be where they are today. And guess what? They're in a bad position only because they chose to exclude themselves, right? And forget, okay, where they came from. And so, you know, it's a lot of history with that, but I'm not here to talk all about that. All right? That we'll say that for another day, okay? So I wish you wealth and abundance, and much connection, man, much evolution. Let's evolve, okay? Passover is coming through soon, all right? And that Passover signifies how we pass over, but not just the passing over of with a boat, knowing that we sell and we build boats to inspire us to say, you know what, we need to start making boats right now, okay? We need to start getting back into our roots, okay, and connected to the earth, using our hands, not going to jobs that don't allow us to use our hands, but really combining our resources to build, to hire people to build boats for us, right? And sell those boats. Imagine you invest into a location where you can house people so that in exchange for them living there, they build your boats for you. They do the training and all that, and say, hey, you just build boats for us and you get a place to stay for that. Okay, we require this many amount of hours this week for you to do that. Anything outside of that, go and do your own thing. But we require this amount of hours. Okay, and so there you go. So much, yeah. So I love myself. I love my wealth. I love my legacy, and we shall carry on to the next round. Okay, all right. Get your assets up. All right, it's time to change. It's time to change the paradigm. Get back control. All right. If you need a service or whatsoever, I suggest you invest in gold and silver coins, because I would rather expect that from those who are joining into this. Okay, I would expect that. Okay, it doesn't take much to invest. Even the scriptures talk about it's better for you. You would prefer someone to save a little by little. You know, even you got $20 just to spare. You go and put $20 for this month, you know, into skin and silver whatsoever. Do whatever you can little by little, you know, so you don't shorthand yourself, because you're still in someone else's, you know, system. So it's about preservation. You preserve yourself, because a lot of people are following the ways of the Goyim and Gentiles, which they're ruining their own selves, you know. And you can see that historically. So you don't want to go and go ahead and get your 401 or what care whatsoever. I'd rather invest more into this than anything that they give me, because I can rely on that, especially if I have that reserved in my temple. Okay, and I'm protected by people of the like-minded as well, where we can rely on our assets in the long run. Okay, so yeah, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your rising day. I believe today is the 27th day of the 8th month in the 13-month calendar. Your solar plexus. Today's about our solar plexus chakra. So let's get that soul up. All right. Hibernate, preserve, restore that soul with energy, divine energy, royalty, abundance. All right. And our God represents us, and we are expressions of the Most High. So be who God is in you. Be who God is in you. Thank you.